Let's get into some basic biology and talk about genetics. Human DNA for female is XX, for male is XY. Guys, do you understand why you have nipples? You ever stop and ask that question? There's a reason for it. When we are conceived, only the first set of chromosomes come into play, which is a X, and X is female. So starting off in the womb, you were an androgynous little girl. Okay? You grew nipples, you had a vagina, you had ovaries, or something that resembles ovaries. But at some point, 6 to 8 week mark, the second set of chromosomes drops. If it's a X, guess what? Carries on being female. If it's a Y, there's a whole lot of changes have to happen. Stop and think about that. It doesn't always go right. It's amazing that we develop into males at all, after what all the changes need to happen. So, if the second set of chromosomes is a Y, then your scrotum starts to stitch up. Your vagina starts to stitch up and becomes a scrotum, a holding place for your testicles. And you'll see the scar going right in the middle of your scrotum, right up the pecker. The clitoris becomes the penis. Ovaries drop down and become testicles. Stop and think about that. But yet we think we live in a patriarchal fucking society? We live in a matriarchal society. That's the reality. Horses are matriarchal. You look at a pack of stallions, a group of stallions, or a group of horses out in the wild. Where's the stallion? Generally off the distance somewhere. He doesn't make the decisions for the herd. The females do. You take a pride of lions. Do you think the male makes those decisions? The male lion doesn't even hunt. The females do. The females make all the decisions, don't they? The male is there for sperm donation. The best genetics. His job is to fend off any other male lions to protect his genetics. That's it. That's all we really are, men, as sperm donors. That's the reality. To create life, to procreate. And that is positive reinforcement. What is positive reinforcement? Does not have a fucking treat. Positive reinforcement is what you do to survive. It's your willingness, your desire not to fucking die, and the steps you take not to die. It's all about survival of the fittest, and survival of the animal, survival of the species as a whole. What steps do you take to survive? You need food, water, shelter. That's your basic positive reinforcements. What else? Sex and procreation to carry on the species. But that's not happening anymore with human beings. Our birth rates are gone right to the floor. We got maybe 50, 100 years left. Because people aren't having babies anymore. Society right now is a fucking train wreck as a result of all this stuff. People have no idea what's going on, but yet according to the Bible, male is dominant. And female was, in the Bible, was always treated as property. Property of the parents until they get married, then property of the husband. So what gives? Every man on this planet was conceived female. If I give any man estrogen, your penis is not going to disappear, your scrotum is not going to disappear. But if I start feeding you estrogen, you're going to turn more effeminate. If I give a female testosterone, they're going to turn more male. They're going to start growing hair and everything else. There's a reason why we're interchangeable in many ways. People need to wake the fuck up. This is animal nature, folks. And people have no idea what the animal is. You have no idea what it means to be an animal. And until you understand what it means to be an animal, you'll never understand positive reinforcement. And you will never truly understand what psychology is. Stop and think about that. Have a good day.